Hello, it's Raymond, New York Times top 10 best-selling author, but this video is not about me authoring a book, it's about you authoring a book. In fact, specifically, this is a video with two shocking, amazing announcements for any 10-10-10 client who has not yet finished their book. So if you're in my 10-10-10 program, that means you write a book of about 10 chapters in 10 hours of your own time and be holding the finished published book in your hand in 10 weeks. If you are a client of my program but have not yet finished your book, this specific video has two giant announcements for you. Now you might be saying, I've already finished my book. Why are you sending this to me? And the reason is that you might know someone who is in the 10-10-10 program and has not finished their book, but maybe we can't get through to them. Maybe their email address has changed or they've changed their cell phone number or something, and we're unable to get through to them. So if you know a 10-10-10 client and you finished your book, but they haven't, please forward this video to them. Please get them reactivated. I really want to help them write their book. How many big announcements did I say? Two fascinating announcements, and here's the first one. The first one is that when I created the program, I decided it should last forever. They can have as long as they want to complete their book. But what I've learned from market feedback is that all it did was increase procrastination. All it did was let people off the hook. All it did was let people say, oh, I can take forever? Good, I'm gonna take forever. And that's not what I want. You've given me your money. Fair exchange is that I make sure you get a book. But if I get your money and you don't get a book, that's not fair exchange. And I want it to be fair. I want it to be really fair. And so what I've decided to do is to limit the program to 1 year. Now, not 1 year from the date that you registered. You might have registered 2 or 3 years ago and then suddenly you've got nothing. I would never do that to you. It's 1 year from October 1st, 2015. 1 year from October 1st, 2015. So if you enrolled in the program years ago, you've got another entire year. If you enrolled in the program just say 3 months ago, you've still got a year. You have lots and lots of time. Now, what is my proof that it's lots of time? And the answer is the program is called 10-10-10, and the last 10 means that you actually are holding your finished published book in your hand in 10 weeks. Is that really doable? Well, let's just see. The very first person to break the 10-week mark was Chinmay Swami, 42 days. And then breaking his record was Ado Tukia, who was 22 days. And then breaking his record was David Boswell at 19 days. And then breaking his record was Naval Kumar at an amazing 14 days. And then came the angel. Then came Effie Angel Canara. And what did she do? From the date that she registered and wrote her entire book and got her ISBN number and did her entire cover and did everything and published the book, and the box was sent to her home and she opened it and held her book beside her face and took a selfie of it and sent it to me. All that took a shocking 10 days, just 10 days, 10 days. So I'm giving you another entire year that shouldn't constrain anyone. If you have any issues whatsoever, or more important, if you want to suddenly get started and say, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose out, I want my book, then simply contact Jennifer at Aaron.com and say, get me going again. I'm tired of procrastinating. It's time for you to get on stages. It's time for you to get paid to be on stages. It's time for you to get radio and television. It's time for you to raise your rates. It's time for you to dramatically increase your income. All of these things and more are what's happening to our published authors. So contact Jennifer at Aaron.com and get your book done. That's the first giant benefit, that you now no longer have an excuse for procrastinating or delaying for years. You've got 1 more year from October 1st, 2015. What is the second giant benefit? Well, the second giant benefit is bigger than you could ever imagine. I have decided, in order to help all 10-10-10 clients get their book done, I've decided to host an amazing 3-day boot camp called Get Your Book Done in 3 Days No Matter What. Get your book done in 3 days no matter what. Get your book done in 3 days, no matter what. Wow. And how much am I charging? Well, at the moment, and for a short period of time, there'll be no charge. It should be several $1,000s because it's 3 solid days. We go right from as if you know nothing and haven't started, right to getting your book done. Have people finished their book in the 3 days? Yes. Yes, of course they have. That's why I'm offering it. And the testimonials, if you check my YouTube channel, the testimonials are dazzling from people who've already been through it. So, the first giant benefit is no longer any excuse for procrastinating. You've got 1 solid year from October 1st, 2015. And the second enormous benefit is you get a currently free 3-day boot camp called Get Your Book Done in 3 Days No Matter What. And in order to register, in order to find out the cities and the dates, simply contact again Jennifer at aaron.com and say, get me into one of those boot camps, because it's at this moment no charge whatsoever. Now, what should you do next? You should get excited and get your book done. Get excited and get your book done. Get excited and get your book done.